Good morning, my Saturday morning coffee people. How are you? Cheers to you. Oh, that's so good. That first sip of coffee that touches your soul. Oh, that is so good. Oh, yes. And if I haven't mentioned it before, link to my coffee below. Say good morning, Jakes the Jakes. I don't think he's going to say it. Sun is right in my eyes today, and that's what I love. I look a little rosy today or something, or is it just that sun? But anyways, it has been such a nice, uneventful week. Well, a few events here and there, but you know. Let's see, what have I been doing? Let me get another sip of coffee, because, ooh. I have been focusing on being the best version of myself. I have been enjoying the solitude of my wonderful home. I think I'm going to call it quietude. I call my art solarium, but I think I will name my place Quietude, the treehouse. Quietude. I am on day 11 of my no-buy year. So far, so good. That's why I'm drinking out of holiday mugs, because I can't buy any new ones. But I like these. This is my Halloween mug. But it's nice and big. It's big. Oh my God, but since I realized I'm in a no-buy year, I can't buy reader glasses anymore. I only have like 20 pair. How will I survive? Remember, I used to have so many, and especially when you can buy them in like a pack of 3 or 4 nowadays. But I do have some favorites that I just stick with and things like that. So let's see. In the beginning of the week, I really couldn't go anywhere during the weekend, last weekend, because my one tire was losing air. So I had an appointment at the car spot, but I couldn't go in till Monday. So we just hunkered down at home and stuff like that, and it was nice. You know, I could walk to Wally if I needed stuff, which I did once. I really don't need a lot. So I went to the car spot. That was an all-day affair. Even though I went online, ordered the tires that I wanted. Well, it was New Year's Day when I ordered all this stuff, so I'll give them that. And then the guy called me, and then I said, well, I do have an appointment. And he's like, okay, well, the tires aren't in yet. Just stick with the Monday appointment. Blah, bitty, blah. I get there. The place is mobbed, and I mean mobbed. There wasn't even a spot for me to sit down. So it turns out the tires that I wanted were not there, of course. And then, and I'm not really blaming them. I think there was a disconnect between the online and this place is so busy. And I ended up giving them a really good review because everybody there is always so nice. So, turned out my tires, they had to order different tires, of course, the more expensive ones. But you know what? These tires that I was replacing came with the truck. So they were 7 years old. It's about time. Even though I've had the truck, it's 7 years now, it's only got 38,000 miles. And I drove to Florida a couple times, maybe 3 years, I don't know, 4. So, in Maine. But I never go anywhere. So it was time to get plus the tire was almost flat by the day that I drove there and stuff. So they shuttled me home, and they came and got me when this stuff was done. They were pretty fast. It was really nice. Shuttle people were so nice. But that's that. So I feel so much better that they did another whatever point inspection and checked everything else out and said everything else was okay. So that makes me happy. And then let's see, we got a code blue warning the beginning of the week. It's been cold. It's been very cold. The code blue was 40 degrees. And my friend Dave, I texted him because we got like these warnings on the phone, and I sent him a screenshot of my cold blue warning for 40 degrees. 40 degrees, code blue. You mean code baby blue or eggshell? He's in New York. Their code blue is -5 degrees. So yeah, 40 degrees. It is cold. It's cold. I take him potty now, and I try to take him out really early so I can catch the sunrise. And it's cold. It does warm up, you know, and in the afternoon and things like that. I love everything about this weather. Even the sun that's in my eyes right now, I don't mind at all. So yeah, that was really funny. Also, in my mystery supply video that I did this week, I put a picture of, I talked about pen and ink drawing that I did in high school. I don't have it anymore, but I did have a picture of it somewhere, and I took a picture of the picture, so it was in my photos and stuff. I did find it, and I put it at the end. You know, I'll put it at the end here because, and I told the funny story about the picture of that and who took the picture, but I never really told you the real story of that. I did that pen and ink drawing. I was in high school. I was a junior in high school. I know that for a fact because I had a crush on a basketball player who was a senior. And if in this picture, you can't see it now, it is very detailed. I drew every single tiny leaf. I drew the gnarly, well, they were really as gnarly trees, the bark, the foliage and stuff like that. But I made sure the prince in this photo looked like the guy that I had a crush on. Not only that, his initials are in the teeny, and every little pebble by the water, I drew all those, his initials are in the pebbles. Yes. The picture's not the greatest, but I'm so glad I have it just to remember that. So, you know, it's a good memory. But you'll have to watch the Mystery Supply Monday video for the funny story that I told. So I did a Whole Foods Trader Joe's haul in the middle of the week too, once I was able to drive around. And I only did that because they're only like a mile away from each other. And there's certain things I buy at Trader Joe's and certain things I buy at Whole Foods. Trader Joe's, I really feel, is like more of a novelty store. You know, they put like a really neat looking label, Trader Joe's label on a can of beans, and people are like, oh, gotta get the Trader Joe beans. No, but there are certain things that they do sell that I do buy. Like they have certain pastas and stuff like that. And then there's certain things that I buy at Whole Foods. Like Whole Foods has the individually wrapped frozen salmon and cod. I got cod, and I don't know, they had haddock. And I never know which one to get. Which one's better, cod or haddock? There was a time I bought all three when I was a big spender. Not that big spender anymore. And I really don't need all that fish in my freezer. But it's nice to have. So we did have, yes, me and Jax had our salmon yesterday with, yes, the Trader Joe's mac and cheese, salmon and broccoli. Oh, it was so good. What a good dinner. But yeah, so I've got pretty much all of my staples. I had to get my baking staples because I didn't have baking powder, baking soda. I got my rye flour and molasses, so I'm gonna make, I have a lot of bread right now, so once all that bread is dwindled down, I'll make my rye bread. I love making homemade rye bread. And I do it from a cookbook that I got, is it called Shane and Simple is his Facebook? But it's a vegan or a vegetarian bread cookbook. Really love it. So I'll put a picture of it at the end of this too. Really good stuff. But yeah, so I still don't have vanilla though. So I was pretty quiet this week, you know. Tell me about you. Tell me about your week. I did a lot of art, lots of art. All of these like watercolor exercises. That was a good video too. I got the 365 Days of Art book. Those have been really fun, but I do need to get into my other classes and stuff like that. And I'll tell you another thing. I'm starting to doodle more while I'm sitting on the couch watching TV too. Yeah. So I'm finally getting into a little bit more urban sketching, practicing urban sketching. And I've come up with a way of doing it. I saw somebody doing it on one of my YouTube channels, and she just did a lot of pen and ink. I'm really loving pen and ink. I've always loved pen and ink since high school. And then filling it in, instead of doing, you know, splashes of color, which I do like to do too, but doing different shades of gray, it's very satisfying, really cool. I'll show you a picture that I did last night while I was on the couch, but I want to do I'm going to call them couch doodles and see if I can film some of those too, because it's so much fun. So that's that. But let's see, next week I'm just going to do a lot of cooking, baking, yoga, walking him. I said it. Lots of art. Watch the sky. They've been such wonderful. I've been getting up early to watch sunrises. So wonderful. And then my gouache was supposed to come yesterday. Wednesday. It was supposed to come Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. It's still delayed. It's supposed to be here today. So I keep threatening to do this Holbein gouache unboxing, but it hasn't come yet. And I can't wait to start doing gouache stuff too, gouache videos and gouache art. I do have the Winsor Newton, but you know, I'm waiting for my new stuff. And that's because that's it. I'm doing the no buy. I'm not going to get anything unless you buy me something from my wish list. No, I would never expect that. So I do have the Ruth Wilshaw gouache classes membership. I can't wait to get started on those with the gouache. I really should try some I should have when I was waiting. I could have tried some of the classes with my regular gouache. I have a couple Lindsay classes to finish up. I've been loving the Sketchbook School Creative License class that I signed up for. And yeah, it's been pretty fun. Oh, we went down memory lane again the other day. Every Thursday, Sketchbook School has a free live class or live session on YouTube. And this week we went down memory lane and we did cartoon dogs. And remember all of them? Yeah. Remember Deputy Dog and Sheriff Bing Bing Bing, and then Huckleberry, and then we talked about all the Hanna-Barberas, and then Muttley and Penelope Pitstop. Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I tell you, if you're into art, go and do the Thursday lives on YouTube with Sketchbook School. You would love it. SKOOL. And then so that is that. Let me take another sip of my coffee. Oh, that is so good. So good. Yeah, tell me about you. What kind of art are you doing? It's really interesting. I want to know what you're up to. Let's see. So your retro reference. This came to me this morning as I was getting ready to come on here. Whatever happened to the Maybelline eyebrow pencil? Remember, it was red and you had to sharpen it. That was the bomb. That was like the best tool in our makeup kit. I'm telling you, that thing, you could do your eyebrows, you could do your liner, you get you light it up with a lighter and you could get that smoky eye. We were doing smoky eye in the 70s and 80s before smoky eye was a thing. You know, they talk about all these retro movies that they're bringing back and stuff like that. How about bringing back some retro makeup, like the Maybelline eyebrow pencil? How about Love's Musky Jasmine? I loved that perfume. the Love's lemon. That was so good too. I just thought of something else that I wish that they would bring back. I forgot what kind of lipstick it was, but it was like the luminescent lipstick in the 90s. I loved that. And then the luminescent nail polish. Bring back some retro stuff that worked, that we really liked. Some of this stuff they have now, you know, and those mascara commercials or ads on in magazines, I don't believe them because they all have false eyelashes on. Show me somebody with no face, false eyelashes on, with the mascara on, and I'll maybe I'll think about it. There's only one thing that I Googled this week, and that was red and green enchiladas. Somebody on my YouTube channel that was doing van life, he, Trent the Traveler, I found a new one. Trent the Traveler, find him. He's fun. He is really fun. He made red and green enchiladas for his Christmas video. Those looked really good. So I looked for that recipe. That's the only thing I Googled. I mean, I Googled other weird stuff, but not enough to mention and stuff like that. But really, I haven't been doing much. It's just been a quiet week. It's going to be a quiet weekend. We're not really doing anything. I did look up stuff to do an adventure. If it's warm enough, maybe I'll take Jax to the park. We'll take some videos of that too. But other than that, it's been very quiet. But I want to hear from you. Say hello. If you're new, introduce yourself. I'm so glad you're here. I am so glad you're here. Thank you for being here with me and the baby. And we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.